A scary moment in New Zealand. A country with some of the strictest gun laws in the world saw a mass shooting take place. Via BNO News, we have muted the audio from the video where at least 9 shots were heard.
We heard sirens about 7:30. The incident actually took place just down the street from where we are. And we're staying in the central business district of Auckland. It's also where a lot of the teams are staying. So when those roads locked down this morning, you guys, even though officials are very clear that it was not related to the World Cup, it affected all of the teams. The U.S. women's team, for example, had to stay in their hotel. FIFA, though, really confirming that all of the players and the coaches are just fine.
NBC News would report the team was on lockdown in their hotel. The United States women's soccer team would speak to the media.
Unfortunately, I feel like in the U.S. we've dealt with this far too many times. But there was definitely a sense of like, let's come together. We still have a job to do, but also recognizing that there was lives lost, and that is very real and very devastating.
Lynn Williams, a forward who plays for Gotham FC, spoke first.
As Lynn touched on, like, this is very real, and, you know, our condolences are with the families of the victims and the lives that were lost. And I think, you know, everyone handles these situations differently, so it's important to realize that, you know, to give people the space that they need to, you know, work through, obviously, the trauma that has occurred today, but just understanding that, you know, we're a unified team and we give people the space that they need. And, you know, hopefully we today we're able to get out on the pitch and just, you know, have ourselves a kick around and just try to be connected again in a tough day.
Followed by veteran of the team, Crystal Dunn. ESPN would have more reporting. The incident occurred shortly before 8 a.m. local time as the United States women's national team players were in the hotel starting to assemble for breakfast, a U.S. soccer spokesperson said. U.S. soccer's security team was immediately in touch with local authorities and the Department of State and quickly determined all players were safe and accounted for. The details of what transpired go as follows.
The streets of Auckland were under lockdown on Friday morning after a gun attack in New Zealand's largest city left 3 people dead, including the assailant. The attack sent people scurrying for cover, including workers at a nearby construction site.
Police say that this suspect walked into the building and opened fire and then moved throughout the building to the upper floors of this building, which again is under construction. He continued to shoot, and when police responded, they found him barricaded inside of an elevator shaft. Police say that they tried to engage with the suspect, but he just kept shooting, and a short time later, they found him dead.
Via The Athletic's Meg Linehan, by mid-morning, 2 were confirmed dead, as well as the shooter, named by police as Tangi Matua Reid, 24 years of age, with more injured. Both Prime Minister Chris Hipkins, who visited the Ferns' dressing room after their 1-0 victory over Norway, and Police Commissioner Andrew Koster said the incident was unrelated to the tournament, was not considered a matter of national security, and the World Cup could proceed as planned. Ferns' defender, Katie Bowen, added, "Everyone was just pretty taken aback, because this doesn't really happen in New Zealand, especially on a game day. It was down to each individual doing what they needed to do to process it and making sure that they could focus on the game at the same time." Norway's team was also staying at a nearby hotel. The captain of their squad said everyone probably woke up quite quickly when the helicopter hovered outside the hotel window and a large number of emergency vehicles arrived. At first, we didn't know what was going on, but eventually there were updates on the TV and the local media. We felt safe the whole time. FIFA has a good security system at the hotel, and we have our own security officer in the squad. Everyone seems calm and we are prepared as normal for the game tonight. Then we may have to adapt if there are any instructions from the authorities. The homicide rate in New Zealand per macro trends is 2.63, which ranks 16th in the world.